turn on my TV without seeing some new somebody who is smiling, styling, trying to be the next big thing. Who says, who does or doesn't get to get ahead? Who's left with nothing? Who gets to wear the big brass ring? Somebody's gonna set the world on fire. Somebody's gonna fly a little higher than they dream. Somebody gets a blessing from above. Somebody gets to live the life they love. Somebody might as well be me.
We get some salt on the track to
The
clear
way
up the
I
spiciness.
see it, I got a pretty good chance of being who I wanna be and getting where I wanna go. I ain't letting nothing stand in my way. Ain't no reason I can't find somebody who believes in me, knows how to love me. It happens every single day. Somebody's gonna set the world on fire. Somebody's gonna fly a little higher than
Welcome everyone to the Deep South Racing League. We are back this week after some technical problems last week. Hopefully don't have them this week. But we are back here at Pennsylvania, at Pocono Raceway for the Pennsylvania 175 miles, 70 laps around this long track. Joined by a new broadcast to this league, but I guess you could say an actual broadcaster that usually does it with me, Jonathan Hambrick. Jonathan, are you there?
I'm here, ready to go racing.
Yeah, we got a long race tonight. These guys are still out in practice right now. About 6 minutes remaining. They're going over some rules and stuff like that. So we'll get over some stuff. We'll go over some stuff, and we'll have our national anthem and all that here once these guys get ready to qualify. Jonathan, looking right now, Brian Hartford currently still in the points lead with Alan Wild and Kevin Stranberg second and third. We also got two drivers from our team actually racing this race tonight. Jack Williams and usually the voice that broadcasts with me on Tuesday nights, Landon Lacey's actually going to try to make his first appearance in the league. How do you think tonight's going to go?
I have a feeling there's going to be a few spins or wrecks at the beginning. We might have a long run to end the race or in the middle, but it's a slick track. I think they're going to have a hard time handling it. I know there was a lot of spins coming out of turns in practice, so it'll be an interesting one.
You can look here at the weather. It's 82-degree air temp. However, the track temp's 107. Pretty warm. Actually, to be completely honest with you, last week in Indianapolis was the real race. The track temp was like 130. Pretty impressive. But 107-degree track temp, partly cloudy skies here tonight, or this evening, should I say. Venue, we are at Pocono in Pennsylvania, 2.5 mile track. John, how do you go about really attacking this racetrack? It's so big, but it's kind of got the speeds of a super speedway, but it don't drive like a super speedway.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you're going to get well up into the 190s here going down the front stretch. You might get close to it on the second stretch, but then you got to come slow way down for these turns. As slick as this track is, it's the best way to attack it is to back up your corners and go through the turn easy.
We're actually, let's bring in Landon Lacey. He's going to give us an onboard ride here tonight. So it's good to have him actually able to do this and see if we can get him. You can see his car right there. Looks like he's actually in a solid white car. Let's see if I can find him here. All right, see if we can bring Landon in. Hey, Landon, you got a copy?
Yeah, that track preview is not going to be able to happen.
Well, why is this?
He told me that I couldn't do it since I'm racing tonight.
Okay, that's kind of strange, but okay. So, yeah, we'll let you go. For some reason, your paints are not showing up for me, which is kind of strange, but we'll figure it out. Okay, that's kind of a little odd. Not sure why that is, but... so yeah, Landon's out there on the track right now. As you can see him, he just got in the wall a little bit. Driving the number 1 car. I'm going to actually find out why. It's kind of strange. So yeah, we're going to be gridding up here, or qualifying here soon. Got about 3 minutes left in practice.
Okay.
And I was reading something. I want to pop up something real fast. I'm gonna make sure my trading paints are up to date and everybody's paints are good. So just ignore what you see. Hopefully it'll refresh Landon's paint, because I know he's actually got a special paint he drove here tonight. So yeah, right now we're watching him. But like I said, we got about 2 minutes left. We're gonna pause real fast and get our national anthem in and stuff like that. So stay tuned.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, and we're back here. I'm in Pennsylvania for the Pennsylvania 125 for the Deep South Racing League. Guys, they did get a website finally up and running here for the Deep South. Check it out at deepsouthracing.wix.com, and you can get all the stats and information and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Brian Harford currently got 10 wins on the season. It looks like Alan Wild currently has 1 win on the season. Kevin Strandberg 0 wins on the season, but 7 top 5s and 10 top 10s as these guys get set to qualify.
Give me a little input of what's going on.
Rodney Scott is currently, looks like he is 4th in points with 5 top 5s and 11 top 10s. A couple little talking points I want to mention real fast. If Kevin Strandberg, Rodney Scott, Josh Sturgill, Raymond Dormer, or Casey Heschel, Richard Rose, or Don Pericini win, they will mathematically be locked into the chase. If Dennis Pavel enters tonight's race, he will be locked into. If he's in tonight's race, he will be locked into the chase. So,
And it does not look like he's here.
it does not, and it looks like Matthew Pericini completes 1 lap. He will qualify for the chase. He's not locked in yet. So qualifying is underway here. We can see some of the cars pulling out on track. Right here. Take a look at some of these drivers, as we do about that next game. Here's Jack Williams. Does have a win as he actually loses it in turn number 2. Going to look back here. This is Justin Epperson. His paint's not up to date, as a couple of these guys are actually sliding quite a bit coming off turn number 3. I don't know, John, what do you think the trickiest turn is in this whole track?
I'm really going to say turn 2. You're carrying a lot of speed in there, and then it's a sharp left-hander. You're going to have to let off early, kind of back up the corner, coast through there, and very carefully get back on the gas, because it will come around in a heartbeat on you.
You was out on the track a few laps ago, a few minutes. How did the car feel to you? You know, when you was out there testing and stuff, how did it feel to you?
It felt like I was on dirt already.
Really?
It was loose, like you, as loose as can be, I'll say.
Okay.
I know every turn it was kind of sideways, swirly. People were drifting around corners, trying to keep the car under.
I see. Here we're taking a look here at Michael Redding. Last time that Deep South was here in May, Michael Redding was able to actually pick up his first victory, and with Rodney Scott finishing 2nd. But they both gambled on pit strategy, which is pretty interesting. And that's definitely what it's going to come down to. I think it's going to be a pit strategy call with 70 laps. I'm not quite sure how many laps that is with a full tank of gas. Not real sure. What do you think? About 30 laps, I would guess. Maybe a little less.
I would say probably around 27 to 30. Probably a good guess.
We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll update it as we keep going, and see if we can actually figure out the fuel mileage and stuff like that. Jonathan's pretty good at usually figuring this stuff out. So right now, the number 90 is on the pole. That is actually the funny thing here. that. Daniel Hill currently out there on the pole. You can see Daniel Hill right there coming into his pit box. The 17 of Josh Sturgill, and Landon Lacey currently jumps up to third. So it's good to see Landon actually jumping up there in that third spot. Take a look here at Landon Lacey. He is out there in an old Jeff Gordon paint scheme, the Imron paint scheme. Pretty cool as he actually gets loose into turn number 1. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of guys get loose. I know when we was at New Hampshire, a lot of these guys was actually chasing the car quite a bit. And we're hoping it don't go that today, because I know in that race it was a caution fest. And with this race, cautions take a long time, about 2 minutes in their pace laps. We hope that don't happen. But we do expect
the track
something.
Is very hot today.
Yeah, over 100 degrees. So
108 right now. So I mean, it's very slick out there. You're probably going to have to take it easy the first half of this race, let some rubber get down. But once the rubber gets down, it should be very good racing.
I was expecting the same thing, to be honest. I was about to say that. It looks like once the rubber gets down, there's not really many grooves here. We're sitting here watching Jack Williams actually running the bottom groove. To be honest, this is not really a bottom groove track. To me, it's more of a middle groove. At turn 1, you might be able to run bottom, but there are so many different types of turns in this raceway. I think they actually banked this racetrack off 3 different other tracks, right? If I'm not mistaken, all 3 turns are different.
Yeah.
I want to.
Turn 2 would probably be the bottom turn. Turn 3 would probably be mid to high, and turn 1 would probably be mid. Is the best way to run it.
I'm actually going to see exactly what track they banked these off of. As qualifying's getting ready to come to an end. Right now we got looks like we got about 18 drivers or so that's going to make the start here tonight. Finishing up qualifying now, so these guys should get their lap in. The tricky triangle. We're looking at
See if Landon Jack Williams can improve his position here. He's currently sitting P8.
oh, third.
That's very good.
Wow, so we got 2 Center Force TV drivers, Center Force Racing, 3rd and 4th. That's pretty interesting. Pretty good to see that. I ain't gonna lie. Heck, I like seeing that, to be completely honest. I'm looking at some facts about Pocono real fast. Of course, everybody knows the exit of turn 1 is kind of the back stretch, but that's is that the Long Pond straightaway? Turn number after turn 1. Okay. Can't remember if it's turn 1 or turn 2.
Where is Jack Williams going?
Nobody knows. Yeah, turn 1 is 14-degree banking. It was modeled after Trenton Speedway. Not sure where that's at. Turn 2, also known as the tunnel turn, because they did put the tunnel in here, is a 9-degree banking, kind of like Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which we just raced last week. And turn number 3 is a 6-degree banking, and it's based like Milwaukee. Actually, to be honest, it kind of reminded me of Gateway. Going to look here at our grid as these guys are starting to grid up now. I'm not sure why it says qualifying on there, but
Josh Sturgill, who I think runs in another league too.
He does. We'll get the pole.
Takes the pole. And Daniel Hill comes up second. Second row is comprised of Center Force Racing, Jack Williams, and Landon Lacey.
Yeah, that's pretty good to actually see them go up. We got Matthew Parasini and Michael Redding in 5th and 6th. Remember, who was it? Michael Redding actually won here back in May. So Richard Rose in 10th, Kevin Strandberg in 9th. Row 6 is Thomas Reed and Alan Wild. Alan looking for a pretty good run here tonight. Rodney Scott, Don Parasini is in row number 7. Bradley Wilson, Patrick Green. And that's going to be it. As we got about 1 minute to count down here, so should be pretty good. I'm going to try to get an interview here with Josh Sturgill in that Superman paint. As we're just waiting on Thomas to get done talking.
Looks like there's 2 quick repairs today. Pit road speed is actually pretty fast. It's 60 miles an hour. We've had a lot of races lately where it's been 45, so that could throw some people off.
You know what I did? I muted my sound, so give me just a second. I don't know how I did that.
luck, everyone. Nice lap, Josh.
Tell you what,
Okay,
that
yeah, good luck.
54 is a nice looking car this week.
It really is.
All right, guys, I'm going to throw this out there now and let y'all ponder on this for 175 miles here. If Kevin Strandberg, Rodney Scott, Josh Sturgill, Raymond Dormer, Casey Heschel, Richard Rose, or Don Pericini win, they are mathematically locked in the chase.
You heard it there. Listen to Thomas right
Matt
now.
Pericini, if you complete one lap, you qualify for the chase. You're not locked in, but you'll qualify.
All right, let's try to get an interview here with the 17 of Josh Sturgill.
$20 to everybody who lets me win. I'll take that.
Hey, correction. Matt
John, you got a lot
Pericini,
of
if you
wind
complete
coming
a
in.
lap, you
Yeah.
qualify for the chase. If you win, you are locked into the chase.
Hey, Josh, you got a copy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, man, you was able to grab the pole here tonight. It's going to be your. Well, I'm not sure what pole that is for you. What's it going to take for you to bring home the checker flag and try to pick up this win?
Honestly, I mean, the track's real slick, so, I mean, that's kind of in my wheelhouse. So, I think saving tires, as long as we have a bunch of caution, I think saving tires will be the big thing. And hopefully I'll get the win that way.
All right, man. Thanks for letting us know, and we'll keep an eye on you.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Josh Sturgill in that 17 car. As we get set to go green as they exit turn number 2. It's going to be a fun one, John.
It'll be an interesting first lap, I'll
It
tell you
will.
that
This
much.
is going to be a pretty intense first lap. I agree. We did have, it looks like, possibly 2 eliminations from the chase tonight. I want to make sure I get this right before I give the names, but bring us to the green.
They're coming out of turn 3, almost at turn 4 there. This is a triangle. There's only
Green
3.
flag.
Pace car's off. And Josh Sturgill leads down to the green to start our Pocono race.
That 90 car got a really good jump there. Daniel Hill. Here comes the 03 of Michael Redding to the inside. Now sweeping back up to the outside. Going to be an interesting first turn.
Michael Redding got a great jump there.
Got one car back here in the wall. And looks like maybe Rodney Scott could have gotten to the wall. That's what it looked like anyway. Coming down the back stretch, getting ready to hit turn number 2. A 17 looking underneath the 90 right now as Josh Sturgill's trying to hold on that lead. We got one great save by that. Looks like the 88.
Yep.
Great save, and he loses it. Oh, he's actually going again. So the 88 will continue to go here. Matthew McLean.
That was a good save.
Go back here and take a replay of that save right there. It was really great right there. That was right in the center. Really good job by him.
Oh, Landon Lacey had disconnected before the green.
Oh, not good. So Landon having some disconnection issues. He's trying to work on his connection and had a little bit of trouble. So hopefully he can get it all figured out. So we are continuing to work lap number 2. Here comes the leaders down into turn number 2. The 90 continues to lead away with Josh Sturgill looking a little bit lower. Josh is actually taking that turn lower. John, when you take these turns lower, does that actually hurt your tires? Or with this kind of track, with it being hot, does it help?
I don't think it would help. I mean,
To me, it's going to run them off more because you're going to slide up quite a bit.
yeah, and you got to turn it a little farther.
So I want to mention real fast that Colin Stevens and Danny Lowe, I don't think, made the race. They will be eliminated from the chase. They're not chase eligible after tonight since they didn't make it.
No, they did not.
We got somebody up here. I'm not sure who that is. It looks like the leaders are catching him.
That's Landon Lacey.
Okay, so he made it back in. We'll have to wait and see what happens with him. As the 88 looking underneath the 35, unable to make it just yet. This is a good battle here for the 35th place or the 11th place with the 35 and 88. 35 is actually getting a little bit of a run on the 33. Looks like that 33 is actually running a different paint scheme. Usually he's got a great save there about 33.
And these guys there's a lot of giving right now.
Yeah, the track is super slick. Do you think that's got to do with the tires being fresh? And once these tires actually start getting wore out a little bit, you think that it'll come into play a little bit better? And they'll be able to actually drive them?
It might, actually, to be honest with you.
This is a tough place to drive. Pocono, I mean, it's not the most exciting race from a viewer standpoint. This is a hard place to drive along with Indianapolis. Both of these, we didn't get to cover Indianapolis like we wanted to, but Pocono is really tough. It really is. I mean, if you're not careful, you can really lose it on exit, especially.
I tell you what, we missed a little bit ago, but Matthew Piercini had a great save coming out of turn 3. He almost clipped Jack Williams and Ike Raymond as he came down across the track. Great job.
That's right there in that Exalted Chevrolet, it looks like. Number 9 car. He had a tough go when it was back in, where was it? New Hampshire. Had a pretty tough go. Hopefully able to pick it up here a little bit tonight as he continues to run, it looks like, in front of the 91, so that will put him in currently 7th place. Started 5th. Actually, he got in the wall hard right there on the exit of turn number 1, I believe. A lot of damage to that number 9 car as they work down the Long Pond straightaway. These guys do have 2 fast repairs, is that correct?
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to help him with it, especially as the track's in. He actually loses it off turn number 2, sliding through the infield, hard into the inside wall. Caution's out. That happened right in front. Who was that in front of? I'm not even sure. See right here, coming around turn number 2. Just gets to Wilson. That's what we was talking about on exit. Tried to overcorrect it and going to spin it to the inside. That was a tough hit.
Tough go for him. He was up there battling for 4th at one point.
The good news is he is mathematically, or he is eligible for the chase.
Yeah.
That's really good for him. He will qualify for the chase. However, he's not locked in because currently, right now, he is. You got to be top 16 to make the chase, and he is. I'm trying to find it right here. I believe he's actually in the top 10. He's actually 10th right now in points. So pretty big shot right now for him as he continues to fall back a little bit. But he will get that fast repair, and we'll see what happens. Pit lane, John? Do you expect him?
Yeah. Yes, I do expect it. I think tires is going to be a must. 4 tires a must every time they can.
Yeah,
because
definitely gas.
Sliding around, as much as they're sliding around, they're going to want it.
Okay. Should be coming up here. We're sitting here at the front of pit road waiting to see if we got any takers. Going to jump up to our leader right now as we got everybody coming on pit road.
Landon Lathy should get the wave around here.
Yeah, he should. He was 1 lap down, I believe, so he did stay out, and a couple guys actually stayed out to probably get that 1 lap lead. We got a pretty decent view tonight. The green cone is where you've got to beat the person out of pit road. I believe that's the final marker. Going to watch the race here. All pit road. Will a 17 be able to make it out first in front of that 90 since he has that first pit box? That's pretty big. We're going to wait and see. Tires are down on the 90, 17, and the race off pit road, it looks like the 17, 90, 03, 88, 54.
88 took 2 tires.
Interesting call there. Right now, though, 00 stayed out, and that's Ike Raymond Jr. He's going to be able to get a bonus point for that lap. And right behind him, who was that? I'm trying to see.
He has not led a lap yet.
He has not. Oh, let me check here. No, he has not led a lap. You're right. He has not led a lap.
Daniel Hill beat him to the line in the pit before he got there.
Wow. All right, so we'll see what happens here with 90 car. Or actually, Daniel Hill's already got the lead back, I believe.
No, he is.
Okay. My thing's a little messed up right now.
Hey, what I like is there is a lot of Fords in this field.
There is quite a lot. I noticed that as well. John, let's give a trivia question. Hold on a second. I was reading something. Let's give a trivia question here. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Scott Corbin. Hope you feel better soon, man, and be safe on your trip. Who has the NASCAR qualifying record set at Pocono Raceway? First trivia question of the night. We know what we need to do. We need to get a box to pop these things up before the race starts.
Yeah, right.
That'd be a lot better.
I'm going to guess.
It's somebody you don't really expect. I'll be honest with you.
Then I'm going to say Kurt Busch.
That's actually a really good guess, by the way. It is a really good guess. That's pretty good. We'll give that answer here before they hit the start-finish line. We'll give it a little bit early. See what people think. As the 00 did get a lap at that time.
Yeah.
All right. Brian Harford trying to get his 11th win of the season. I don't know if he's actually in here or not. I don't see him. I haven't seen his blue car. Usually he's in a bright blue car. I haven't seen him in here tonight. He didn't win last week. We actually didn't get the race last week. And Lana Lacey is back on the lead lap, by the way. I believe.
Yes, he is.
Okay. But Brian Harford didn't win last week. And Daniel Hill was able to actually pick up the win last week at Indianapolis in a last lap pass over Michael Redding for his first win of the season. So this track could favor both the 90 and 03 as the pace light should be going off this time. So I asked you the question a few minutes ago, John, who has the record at Pocono Speedway, qualifying record at Pocono Speedway? And you said it was Kurt Busch. Pretty good guess. It was a Chevrolet, however, it's Kyle Larson back in 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, really, really different. I actually didn't know he even held a record at any track. 183 miles an hour is a NASCAR qualifying record. So pretty cool. Don't actually show his time. So it was August 1st. So it is around this time when he actually said it. And Jeff Gordon actually has the NASCAR race record. Pace lights are off, and the 00 did stay out and did not come to pit road, as some of these guys are actually backed up quite a ways from him. They should be doubling up here soon. Gonna hop on board here with that 00 car.
All right, I have another trivia question for you along the same line.
Okay.
Who has the fastest lap record out of any series here?
Well, it's definitely going to be an Indy car. Dan Weldon. Oh, gosh, I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer. I don't even know if IndyCar races here, I'll be honest. I'm going to say Dan Weldon. Probably definitely wrong, but I'm going to say Dan Weldon.
Well, I'll give you a hint here. He raced both NASCAR and IndyCar.
Juan Pablo Montoya.
You got it.
Now you said it. I already know then you said that.
Well, it could have been Tony Stewart. Could have been Kurt Busch.
That's true. Juan Pablo just popped in my head because I know he won the Indianapolis 500 one time. So how many times
Robbie
has he
Gordon even raced both at one point.
That's a possibility. Robbie Gordon's a really good Baja racer, like the trucks and stuff. Really good at them. Actually, I think he won it this year, maybe. Again.
He might have.
I believe he actually did. I can't remember for sure, but I believe he did. Bring us to the green flag, sir.
Well, we got Ike Raymond Jr. and Rodney Scott who stayed out. On the front row here, pace car
Green flag.
pulls off, and green flag is out.
Back to racing here. Oh, big
they're
trouble.
wrecking.
Oh, that was a big one.
Fuck is a goddamn car?
Sorry about the language. Sorry
Wreck.
about the language. I need to turn my spotter off. That was big. We will get a replay of that. So I turned my spotter off. Sorry about that. That was some big trouble there with the 17. Josh Sturgill, you can see all the damage on the front stretch. Some of these guys actually, my gosh, that was a big wreck.
Wow, that's a big wreck.
The 90
Looks
actually,
like-
or the 90 came down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the biggest wreck I've ever seen.
9, 10.
That is the biggest wreck
11.
I've ever seen on iRacing.
And Landon Lacey made it through there.
We're actually going to hop on board with Mr. Landon Lacey and see that because that was pretty interesting. Let's go back one more. Coming to the...
That could have been a tire spin there too on that second turn.
That's a good possibility. Riding on board with Landon Lacey. Oh, this is going to be a fun
He
view.
did not get through it.
Oh, yeah, he got it pretty good there.
I want to see that from Jack Williams' spot, who's now in 4th after that.
All right, we're going to hop on board here with Jack Williams. Take a look at it. Jack Williams in that 54 car.
But he knew it. He let off it
That was
early.
really smart. Really smart by him. He already knew the caution was coming out. He didn't continue racing.
Yeah.
He already knew it was coming out. We'll go back here and take a look one more time at this wreck. It's going to take me a minute to get back that far, but we're going to look at it here in the blimp cam and see what happened here with the 90 and the 17. 17 really didn't get going like I thought he would. Could have been some wheel spin. Actually, you know, that was kind of both. 17 came up and the 90 came down at the same time. Wow. Well, that was absolutely crazy. The 3 involved, the 33, the 90, 17, the 88, the 2, the 9 back in it. The 9's actually just used his final fast repair. Not good. What'd you think of that one?
That was hectic.
That was probably one of the craziest wrecks I've seen. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
I knew restarts were going to be hectic, but not on the straightaway.
No, when you think of restarts being a little crazy, you actually expect it to be in a turn, especially here. Turn one at Pocono is usually pretty rough, but wow, that was pretty unpredictable.
There are not many cars that are unscathed here.
Yeah, a lot of them actually had to get towed back to the pits. I was seeing that.
And I heard that the 90 forgot to select his fast repair before he hit tow.
Oh, so he's probably out for a while. So
Yeah.
that's not good. So last week's winner is in trouble, Daniel Hill. I would get an interview, but he's probably a little upset, so I don't want to.
Oh, he is out on the track.
Okay. Oh yeah, he is. I'm sitting there looking at him right now. Actually, his car looks okay.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive. Right now, the 00 still has the lead, though. I believe a lot of these cars are going to get the free pass. See if I can get some kind of in-car audio. Is it safe to come in there and get some in-car audio?
Yeah.
I think it'll. I think we'll give it the long green.
We did back in May.
All right, who was that?
We didn't
Daniel
have
Hill?
any cautions until pretty late.
Hey, Daniel Hill, you got a copy? All right, good talk. Well, we'll try with him here in a little bit. I don't think he's too happy with what happened.
No,
Probably don't want to
no.
be interviewed. To be honest, if that would have been me, I probably wouldn't want to be interviewed either. I probably would have been like, you can leave me alone now. Well, so that's going to bring out our second caution, I believe.
Yep.
Second caution right now. We've had one lead change only, and that's the 00 car took the lead away early and has held it since. Right now, his pit strategy actually played off for him staying out. All right, let's get Landon Lacey in here and get his point of view from this wreck. Well, I'll ask him. Let's see here. Hey, Landon, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
So you wanted me to talk to you. So now that I can talk to you, what did you see coming to that green flag? What happened up front?
Well, I mean, from my point of view, since I started in the back, I didn't really see much. And by the time I saw it, I tried slamming on brakes to come to a stop because there was no one behind me, but I couldn't get woed up enough not to get hit. But thankfully, it didn't turn out that bad. I restarted in about 15th, and I'm up to 8th now because of it. So, I mean, all in all, it turned out pretty well for me.
So you actually disconnected, right? I believe.
Yes.
You came back in. You're back on the lead lap, which is pretty impressive, and currently 7th place. How's the track feeling for you?
Track's not that bad. When I came back in from the disconnection, I went out and was actually keeping a pretty good distance, well, an even distance between me and the leader. So I feel pretty confident with my car. I think I have possibly a top 5 car, maybe even a top 3 car.
Yeah, you got your teammate right now currently 3rd in Jack Williams. Hopefully we'll be able to see you two sweep. That would be pretty awesome. I ain't gonna lie. I know Jonathan would like that as well. So
Yeah, that would be pretty cool to have CFR sweep at
it
Pocono.
would pretty good. What do you think's going to happen here on this restart?
I don't think we'll see the same as what that was. I mean, that was a pretty big wreck. I mean, it pretty much almost got the whole field. But I expect I expect a little bit more cautions. We might go a couple laps before it happens, but I do expect it.
All right, man. Hopefully we'll talk to you here soon. I know you're going to be most of our interest reporter for some of this race, so we'll get some more information from you here soon. How many fast repairs do you have left? One?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I was wanting to know.
All right, 10-4.
All right, thanks, man. All right, so that was Landon Lacey. I didn't know if he'd actually tell us how many fast repairs he had left or not. I was actually kind of worried if he would or not, because sometimes people listen to the stream and stuff like that. You just never know.
Right. It looks like we're going to have 4 wave rounds here. Matthew McClain, Josh Sturgill, Matthew Pericini, and Daniel Hill should get waved around the pace car.
That's going to be pretty big then, with them guys getting waved around. So I want to talk real fast about one thing. Next week, these guys go to a fun place. I love this track. They do follow the Cup schedule. John, you probably already know what it is. And they are going for the Cheese at 180 at the Glen. So Walker's Glen, which is the final course of the season. That's going to be fun. That is one of the funnest races I think I can. You did a broadcast with me last night for the ISTC guys at Watkins Glen. That is a fun race to watch.
It really is.
And with all these guys, I'm not real sure who the road racer is. It could be anybody in here, to be honest. So I'm not real 100% sure of who won it the Sonoma race. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be a lot of firsts for some of these guys to actually run his car at the Glen. So it'll be fun.
One guy, I think if he runs it, Landon Lacey might be able to excel there. He's pretty good at some of the road course stuff that he does.
That's true. If he runs it, yeah. If he runs it, there's a chance that he could. There's a chance that he can't. One thing I want to mention before we go back green here. Last week, Kevin Strandberg and Josh Sturgill restarted 1 and 2 at Indianapolis. Strandberg actually spun his tires and made contact with Josh, ending both their chances for the first win of the season. So both of them guys are looking for their first win still. It was 17 and Kevin Strandberg, and I'm not sure exactly what number he is. I think that's the 88. I could be wrong.
The 88
Oh, Kevin Strandberg is
Matthew
number 3.
McClain?
Yeah, Kevin Strandberg is number 3.
Okay. Get ready to go green here.
that ugly pace car about to drop. I'm joking. I'm joking. I love that pace car. Actually, it's pretty cool.
Green flag is out.
Big gap right there between second and fourth. As the 03 will take the lead on the outside. Michael Redding to the point. Jack Williams to the outside. I think the 00 might have had a little bit of wheel spin.
Yeah.
Down in
And
the
he
turn
backed
number
off.
one. Move. Oh, big trouble with the 9. 9's in the wall. Not sure who else. Caution's out. You called it, John. You said that you expected some wrecks here, and especially going down into turn 1. And that's going to probably put it into the 9s. Now, I believe he's already used both his fast repairs. The 90 was also involved at 88 as well. Going down into turn number 1. The 90 actually could have caused that. He did cause it. He got into the grass and came back up. And that's one thing you don't want it to happen is get in the grass here. Going to hop on board here with the number 88.
That was actually 2 separate incidents.
Really?
Yeah. You saw the 90 and the 9 get together, but that other wreck was in front of them.
Oh, was there another wreck in front of him?
Yeah.
Let's
The
see.
63 turned
Oh,
the
there was.
35.
All right, so we're actually going to go check that one out as well. Oh, and boy, that 63 took a hard hit there at the end.
And so did the 17. Josh Sturgill just got back on a lead lap and had it cleared, and then all of a sudden that car just came back up.
This is the 63 of Don Parasini going down into turn number 1. And that Popsicle Chevrolet, his normal paint scheme that he runs here for the Deep South Racing guys. And he did make contact with the 35, the 33. My goodness, there's a lot of cars involved. And right here, hard hit right here coming up. Ooh, the 10 and the 63 got into it. I'm going to be honest, that 63 I still believe has a fast repair, but I'm going to be honest, these guys might not have a car left by the time this race is over.
Yeah. And then he came down on the 63.
Oh, okay. Oh, 63 just blew up. And he's going to have to get a tow. There's no way he's making it away here unless somebody pushes him.
Yeah.
And we're going to watch him and see what happens. And I feel bad for Don. He's been... I actually thought he was going to get a push there. I feel bad for Don. He's actually been running pretty good. And he's just had bad luck. Some of the wrecks are not his fault. He has, I think, caused maybe one wreck. But he's just had that bad luck that seems like it won't go away here about the middle of the season. We still, well, I don't know, it's about the 3/4 mark of the season, I guess you could say, because we're not too far from going chase racing. So, wait and see. I think the 63 is going to definitely have to tow. It's going to be quite a bit of luck if he's able to make it around. Michael Redding does have the lead.
The 10 of, Richard Rose, that next paint scheme is going to be bright yellow so people can see him.
That's not a bad idea. You know, for my team that we run at Center Force Racing League Championship, Derek Pemberton, we got the All-Star race this weekend, and I'm actually going to put a bright yellow sticker on the back, kind of like what they use for the crash dummies.
Yep.
And I think that's a pretty good idea since we got our first race for the All-Star race at South Boston in the trucks. That'd be a fun one.
That's going to be a nice target.
Yeah. I just got that one.
As, I'm curious. Don Pearson did not make it to pit road.
Yeah, I figured he'd have to get a tow. The good thing about getting a tow here, though, you may be able to make it there before the pace car gets back around. Trivia question. Most top fives at Pocono Raceway. 2 drivers. Who is it? Don't look it up. Nobody cheat.
Mark Martin.
Who else?
And the has-been Jeff Gordon.
I kind of feel like Mark Martin is on every single record somehow, besides
He's been around
championship.
for a long time.
Yeah, besides
Yeah.
championship, I feel like it's
Greatest
the
driver
only
to
thing.
never win a championship.
And honestly, should have won a championship. Let's be fair. He got screwed out of it, to be fair with you. The answer is Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon, both with 20. So good job. You know, we're actually pretty good on the trivias tonight.
Yeah, right.
That's something we're never really that good at. So it's pretty cool. As we got about 51 laps remaining.
Landon is disconnected again.
Oh wow. Yeah, he went and bought, I don't want to say nothing bad, but he went and bought a router, and what he needed was a signal booster, and it didn't help him.
Right.
So, Landon, you need to go get a signal booster.
Now these front two here, Michael Redding and Jack Williams, run together in the CFR league as well.
Yeah, and they're actually, both of them is team owners in that league, I believe. I think actually Jack now is with Landon's team. And so we got about 51 laps remaining here at Pocono, and we will be ready. Break your fan. It's hot though. It's hot.
It is hot out here.
Tennessee has
Tennessee
been,
Day.
it's one of the hottest that I can remember on Tennessee in the last few years, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I'm wrong about that. So, one thing about it real fast, guys, Deep South does have a new website. It's deepsouthRacingLeague.com, and it has all the news, results, standings, rules, scheduling, and all the information you might need. Jamie Vaughn actually made it, Jonathan, and Black Bear Graphics. And you know all about Jamie Vaughn. You and Jamie's actually pretty good, well, iRacing friends, I guess.
Yeah, he helped me a lot with
Certain tracks a lot.
Yeah, certain tracks. I can't remember what league that was. I can't remember the name of it, but he helped me a lot.
They actually dropped out of that league, by the way.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I don't blame them.
One more trivia question before the green here. As of, let's go back 2012, who had the best average start here?
Oh, I'm not going to look it up because I'm on something else right now looking at some rules and stuff for the league. Best average start?
But I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's not a current driver.
Let me think about this one for a few minutes, and we'll get it here soon. I'm not going to look it up. I actually just laid my phone down and everything, so. Pocono. Pocono's so tricky, you know what I mean? So it's so. Yeah, so you don't really. I mean, Jeff Gordon, of course, is your favorite, but I know it's not him.
He's not my favorite. What are you talking about?
You know, he's the favorite. Like, he's got the most wins. We know that was 6. But, oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna say Ernie Irvin. I don't really like saying that though. I kind of want to. I about said.
You didn't. Go ahead.
I about said Bobby Labonte or Terry Labonte.
You didn't go back far enough. It'd be David Pearson.
Oh.
Pace car's off and green flag is out. And Jack Williams gets a good start. He'll have to back off.
He will. He's got
he
to.
beats him to the line.
Have to wait and see what happens with that.
And Landon Lacey is once again disconnected.
Yeah, he's probably done, most likely. Sadly, I hope not, but we'll see. Down in turn 1, it looks like everybody's going to make it through. Looks like the number 2 car is blinking right now, but Jack Williams does have the lead with Michael Redding breathing all the way down his neck, down Lone Pond straightaway. Did you know there's a road course on this track, by the way?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that until today.
Because at the end of practice, I think Jack Williams went on it for a little bit.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Going down into turn number 3. Jack Williams moves the way.
Car on the point.
Boy, I tell you, good looking car is Rodney Scott, and it looks like Stanley Tools, I believe, is actually a pretty nice. We got a lot of tool manufacturers out here tonight.
Yeah.
There's a Snickers car. That's number 11 of Bradley Wilson. Worked his way actually up to 4th place after starting 15th. Wow. Really nice run for him tonight. Side-by-side action right here as the 3 trying to work on the 35 of Thomas Wilson, or Thomas Reed, and he does. Down the back stretch, down Long Pond straightaway. Actually, we're going to hop back up there and try to get that on battle. I believe they're actually battling again. So they are. The 3 just past him. Here comes the 90 looking to the outside of that 35 car. Not able to make it yet. 35 still clear. 35 is looking underneath the 3, going down into turn number 3. Yeah, turn number 3. I get these turns mixed up. There's so many of them. They kind of look the same.
I'll tell you what, Josh Sturgill and Daniel Hill is racing not only this race, but racing for that lucky dog spot.
So that's pretty big to them.
They are separated by probably a second, 2 seconds apart.
We did hear somebody come over radio a few minutes ago and said that they expect a green flag run. And this right here has that feeling it could happen. But also that first run they did of them 5 laps had that feeling as well. 90 is looking underneath the 35. No, not yet. Going down into turn number 2, one of the trickiest parts of the track, I believe. You actually thought it was one of the toughest turns part of the track. Number 3 don't even have a back of his car. He's actually driving a throwback Dale Earnhardt paint scheme. Well, actually, I wouldn't call it a throwback. That's his original paint scheme, in my opinion. Most of the time, he does run a Dale Earnhardt paint scheme. Oh, 19. Saves it, but he is in the wall.
The 11.
The 11, yeah, the 11, sorry. I don't know why I said 19. I'm thinking of Joe Gibbs Racing or something. I don't know. But that Snickers paint scheme, that's what pops into my mind.
I don't know why. I think it was the 18 of Kyle Busch has that paint scheme a lot.
He does, yeah, he does. He runs like all the Mars paint schemes.
Yeah.
As he's actually losing a couple spots back through there. It looks like Josh Sturgill just took away a spot. I believe that was Josh Sturgill that took it away. Still watching this battle right here with Thomas Reed, the 90 and that 3 car. The 90 got to run, looking underneath the 35, going down into turn number 3. See if he can take this spot away.
Jack Williams has pulled out to almost a second lead, and then it's another 1.5 seconds back to 3rd place.
I've actually noticed that Jack actually has checked out a little bit. You can see Jack right here on your screen. Going to hop on board. As we got the 33 going around, that could bring out a caution, but it's caution's out. You know, to be completely fair and honest about something, and I really wish iRacing would fix this, and I feel bad for the 33 for spinning. Don't get me wrong. And I think that is one of the dumbest cautions that could actually happen. You spin at the front of pit road when there's nobody around you, and a caution comes out. My opinion, a caution should not come out for that. Now, if he hit the wall, I'll understand. And we're going to go back and look here. He may have made contact. We'll see.
No, he didn't. His race car is pretty tore up.
It is messed up a little bit. Yeah, he just slides it. A lot of wheel spin coming in. He's actually running a Michigan paint scheme. And if that, be honest, if that was a Virginia Tech paint scheme, he'd be winning this race. Hopping on board here with Jack Williams, you can see him out of Illinois. Started 3rd, does have 1 win on the season. However, he cannot make the chase. He started a little bit late in the season and is not chase eligible. And I'll be honest, some of these guys should be lucky because Jack in this league has yet to finish outside the top 5.
Yeah.
And last week he finished 5th at Indianapolis, although he could have had a chance to actually win that race. Because if it would not have been, he disconnected, came back in, and was like 6th or something, and worked his way back up to 5th, and was able to bring it home for a top 5. And I got to give you credit. You made that paint scheme.
Yep.
And it's hard for me to give. We'll try to get the side view over here. Hard for me to give other painters credit, but that is pretty nice look. It's got the CTV logo right there on the back quarter panel. Center Force Racing right there on the roof panel. Pretty nice. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Your paints have gotten better. I've told you that plenty of times, and I've said it quite a few times. So here's Richard Rose, currently out here in the 14th position. I don't think he's a lap down. I want to make sure of that. Is he a lap down? No, he's not.
Who?
Richard Rose, number 10. Actually, he's 2 laps down. Yeah, he's 2 laps down. I see it now. Actually, he just got out of the pits. His last pit stop was 12 minutes long.
Our top 2 stayed out.
Really?
Oh, I'm sorry, 2nd and 3rd stayed out.
So Jack Williams comes down pit road, which is probably
And so
a smart
did Justin Epperson.
move. The 3 also coming down pit road. See here, what? Watch the race off pit road. Jack Williams taking 4. I believe all these guys are going to take 4 tires. Some of them could be getting some optionals. Jack Williams will win the race off pit road easily, followed by the 3, the 35 of Thomas Reed. Here comes the 11 Snickers car. I believe it's 11. Also the 33. It looks like he could have took his quick repair, and he has. Actually, it might not have been the 33. That's the 91. I did want to take a look here at that 91 paint scheme of Rodney Scott, as he's got a pretty nice looking ride. Stanley Tools, pretty nice. Toyota Camry.
Oh, well, we know Matco Tools is better.
I could argue with some of that, because we've talked about it before, actually in a private meeting you have, we thought that, who was it, the Sears Craftsman. We thought Craftsman was pretty good, however they break easy. But the good thing is you got the replacement, but with Sears shutting down, a lot of Sears places, it's hard to get a replacement now.
Yeah.
Craftsman Tools. Let's see, who else? Snap-on was pretty good.
Snap-on, there's Mac Tools.
Yeah, Mac Tools is alright. They're not so bad.
Pittsburgh.
I don't think I've ever used them.
Pittsburgh is, who sells it? Harbor Freight.
Okay.
And they're alright. We have a lot of it that we use on our race car.
I've actually got some from Harbor Freight, so I have used them tools, I think. If that's the only tool they sell, I have used them. We're going to see if the pace lights go off here. We're going to try to get an interview with Michael Redding, and they are not going out, so we're going to try to get an interview here with him real fast. Do you hear Jack Williams talking? Because I don't.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, Michael Redding, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you're up in the point right now. I started back in, let me see here. I forgot what place you started out. 6th place. Is there anything you can actually do to hold these guys off behind you? How good's your car?
My car's pretty good. It's a little free on exit, but that's fine. I can work with that. Right now, my tires are really starting to come in, so I'm just going to do my best to hold them off. Just got to work on the restarts.
Do you think these older tires, I know you got a few laps on your tires, do you think that's actually better, or, you know, I see that, you know, the laps are, you're actually being able to control the car better, but do you think the little bit older tires are a little bit better than some of these fresher tires as far as the handling of the car?
In a way it is, in a way it ain't. It'll work for, you know, short run, which that's what I'm thinking we're fixing to do, is a short run. But on a long run, you're dead in the water.
All right, well, we're going to keep an eye on you and see what happens, so good luck, man.
Yeah, boy, appreciate it.
That was the 03 of Michael Redding. As I saw there that the 3 of Kevin Sandberg
you guys
did
coming
get his
recently,
car.
and I've already had people asking me about next season. But
Oh,
I got to tell you guys, there's a lot of guys that have been around for a while, and a lot of guys who are coming in that if folks come back next season, it's going to be exciting as hell.
The 3 got his back tail piece replaced.
Oh, okay, so he did get it fixed. I don't know why
Bring 'em on.
he's doing that. It's not letting me mute for some reason. It's kind of strange. Let me fix my sound again real fast.
You gotta watch out here. Jack Williams is gonna restart 4th. He's gonna be the first one with fresh tires.
Yeah, Jack He's surprising me, I'll be honest. I don't think he's used none of his fast repairs yet. Hopefully he won't have to. Jack's actually surprising me on how well he really can drive these Cup cars. And I've always said Jack's a pretty good driver, but me personally, I think he's best into Cup cars compared to a lot of people. I mean, I can't drive a Cup car. I'm not that great. I'm better in trucks than I am a Cup. Jack Williams knows how to drive a Cup car.
Yeah,
And
he's better than me in the Cup cars.
Yeah, and that's something, you know, I don't like giving him too much credit because it makes his head explode. But, and you know that as well as I do. But it's true. I mean, he's one of the best Cup drivers he's probably the best Cup driver on our team.
Oh, yeah.
As far as Center Force Racing goes. And I mean, I got to give him credit for that. That's something not easy because there's a lot of good drivers on our team.
He has not used the fast repair yet.
Wow. We're going to try to get an interview with him here soon. We may wait until, the next caution. Yeah. I don't want to mess him up or anything, so. We have a habit of doing that.
Yeah. And I feel kind of bad because I said we were going to talk about Landon and he's out of the race.
Yeah, it's true. And Landon's a good Cup driver. He's really good as well. I mean, he's definitely got the potential. He's just got to get his connection and stuff fixed. And if he can, he's going to be almost unbeatable.
We're going to be going back green here. See if Jack Williams can get another good start. He's laying back a little bit. Pace car's off and green flag is out.
Keep your eye on that too. I've seen that he flashed a couple of times. We'll see. The 00 really didn't get going as Michael Redding jumps. He's been wanting that start, and he actually got it that time.
Jack Williams is going to get stuck behind the 00
Yeah, he's going to
here.
lose quite a few spots. And he is actually pushing 00 pretty hard. 00 gets a good run on the outside of turn number 1. See if Jack can follow, or Jack can follow him up through there. So they do get around that 11 car. 11's looking low going into turn number 2. 35 still right there behind the 54. 54 following him down and actually using the draft right now to help him. The 2 is stuck on the outside, and you can see that he just flashed a little bit. It should be okay though. I think these guys will get around him pretty good if they need to. So yeah, Jack Williams is looking to the outside now of the 00. Now back to the inside, and he's going to have the run down the straightaway, down into turn number 1. Going to see if he's able to make this pass.
We have a battle right now between Michael Redding in the 03 and Kevin Strandberg in the 3 for the lead.
Okay, going to jump up and take a look here at the lead. This is the 3 car and the 03. 3's got the preferred line. Get ready to head down into 2. The 03 got a pretty good run out of 1.
And the 3 of
Kevin
Strandberg,
yeah.
yeah, he does have stretched tires.
He does. I didn't know that. He did get his back fixed, which could help him here a little bit.
But they better watch out because Jack Williams is on a mission right now.
Yeah, he's starting to work his way up slowly, and I'm trying to look right here. If Kevin Strandberg if Kevin Strandberg wins the night, he's mathematically locked into the chase. So Kevin Strandberg trying to get that win. Michael Redding actually jumped out for a pretty good lead there. Jack Williams did get that 3rd position away. He's going to be looking to the inside here soon of the 3 possibly. We'll have to go back and see if we can watch that battle, as we got a battle here, actually a 3-way battle, kind of 3-car breakaway starting to happen up front, and let's see if the 54 can get the run on into turn number 2. Oh, 54 got loose. Good job in holding on to that one.
Look back here in the field and see if we have any good battles for him. We got Daniel Hill, who spent a lot of time a lap down fighting the 00.
Oh yeah, he's fighting him right
Ike
now.
Raymond for 4th.
Looking on the inside, currently down the front stretch. Started 2nd, led 6 laps. Looking to the inside of the 99. He is there. Going down into turn number 1. Going to see if he can take this position away.
And Jack Williams and Kevin Strandberg has closed it up on Michael Redding. They are right there on him.
Got a 3-way battle here for the lead. They better keep an eye on that 90 car because he's coming. And he's actually on a mission right now. 54 looking low, not able to take it yet. Actually, drives in there a little weird looking compared to the rest of them. It's kind of a strange line to be taken, the way he actually looked in. Kind of more shallow entry. Same as he is underneath the 3 here, going into turn number 3. Caution's out. Jack Williams may have got that spot. I don't know.
I heard communication from the 17. I don't know what
Josh Sturgill.
there. Oh, the 00 of Ike Redding Jr. lost it out of 2.
Oh, Ike Raymond Jr. There we go. Gonna get a replay here. Okay, I see it now. See what happened here. Hits the rumble strip a little bit and wheel spins. And this is actually the second time we've seen that same wreck tonight in that same place.
Yep.
And he didn't hit the inside wall, he hit the outside wall, but that's the same identical thing that 17 did.
Yeah, it really is.
It looks almost identical. You put them two side by side, it'll look just like that.
Jack Williams did not get that position.
Wow. Pit road is closed, I think, at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that.
I gotta tell you, we have 2 different paint schemes for the 00, and I'm not sure why. Everybody else is the same, but the 00 shows different.
I got a Snap-on, which is why I was talking about tools. I think yours might be up to date, because the Snap-on, I think, is an iRacing thing.
Yeah, I got tied.
Okay, yeah, mine's definitely off. We'll see if I can refresh it here. I thought I've seen him in a different car before, but I wasn't sure. If I can refresh Trading Paints and get it working. You know, when your wife starts texting, you've got to answer or you get yelled at. So.
Yep. And we have, a couple people stayed out, a couple people came in.
As looks
I'm
like.
gonna bring in Jack Williams here for a quick little interview.
Okay. Yeah, we was actually going to do that. Let's go ahead and do that.
Hey Jack, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I see you led some laps earlier. You were pulling away from the field. Do you can get up there again and try and pull away with the 90 right behind you?
Sorry, I didn't catch your question.
Say it to him a little bit slower. He has a little bit of trouble.
I said you led some laps earlier and actually pulled away a little bit. Do you think you can get up there and get to the lead again? Especially with that 90 right behind you who has been fast all night?
Well, getting to the front's easy. It's just going into, I think it's 2. I hate this track, but I think it's 2. And when you're going to that corner, I get really loose. But I think I have it under control now.
I got a question. You're running a different paint scheme, by the way, and I love it. Anyway, you go to Watkins Glen. These guys go to Watkins Glen next week. You're not chase eligible. Are you planning on running Watkins Glen?
I mean, I'd like to run it, but I want to give some other people a chance to make it into the chase. This is the last race in there.
Oh, okay. So, what track are you looking forward to coming up here on the schedule that you know of? What do you expect? Like, what track are you looking forward to the most?
Talladega.
Okay, well, that's easy. You make it short and sweet, you know that, right? Like, your interviews are like Ricky Bobby, just so you know.
Showing with your hand.
Yeah, you had no idea.
Alright, man. Well, good luck and get a good start here and see if you can't jump back to the lead.
10-4, thank you.
Love his interviews. They're so exciting.
Looks like we'll go around at least 2 more times here.
Yeah, I believe so. You want to do a quick trivia question? Well, that 33 actually has an Exalta paint scheme, but it's in Michigan colors. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I do not have anything up right now, so if you have a question, go ahead and throw it out there.
I'll get you one here. All right. So, what year was Pocono Raceway made? When was it laid down? You know, all that good stuff. That's a tough one. You ain't gonna believe what I got pulled up. I got the wrong thing pulled up, but
You know, it's hard to say when the track was made because if you look at the size of this track, it's not made in 1 year.
no, it'll take a while.
I'm gonna say 69.
Okay. I'll give you the answer here in just a few seconds. Because I actually lost it. For some reason, I had something about Edward Snowden pulled up on my phone. I was reading about him earlier today. You know, you actually was pretty close.
Really?
You was pretty close. It broke ground in 1969. You said it would take longer than a year to make, right?
Yeah.
It was made in opened in 1971. So it did take longer than a year. It took 2 years to make. So you was really close. That is actually you're on the trivia questions tonight, man. And I said when was it made? So I didn't know. I could have gave you when was it completed or when it broke ground. So
Yeah.
we'll give you half a point.
Half a point. A third of a point. That
There
took
we go.
69 to
That's true.
69,
Yeah.
70, 71. So.
Yeah, we'll give it a 30. Why do they call it Long Pond Straightaway? Do you know?
I want
So,
to say on the
I don't really know
outside of
why.
the turn. I want to say on the outside of the turn, or outside of the straightaway, or maybe on the inside of the straightaway. There is a pond back there.
Okay, so they just make it because it's a pond. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it's a long straightaway.
Okay.
I'll look.
That's pretty cool.
I'll see if I can't see it here.
Yeah, you know Juan Pablo. We talked about Juan Pablo actually went in here. You know he's got the Indy qualifying record and race record back in 2014.
And you can't see the pond. There's trees lined up there, but
Okay.
I think that's actually why the track was a triangle, because they couldn't go around that pond, or couldn't go where the pond was. So it's just like Darlington. The one part of that one turn is narrower because they had to make it narrower to fit it in there.
Tell you a funny story as we get ready to go back green. Right? What turn are we in?
We were in turn 2.
Okay. Real quick story about Pocono, and I just read it and I didn't know it. Mark Martin was one of the first drivers to ever test the track in the car, and he experimented with the gear ratio, and they still do this today apparently. They only use fourth gear at the end of the longest straightaway. The rest of the track they run mostly in third. That is pretty cool. Wow.
And here they come through 4. They're hanging back from the pace car quite a long ways.
All right.
Pace car's off. Green flag is out.
As the 3 brings them down the straightaway. Jack Williams with a good jump again on the outside. He will take that number 1 spot away. 35 working his way up. First time we've seen Thomas Reed up in front here in a long time as he continues to try to get that 3rd spot away.
Woo. Thomas Reed stays on the high side there, trying to get the momentum to get around the 90.
Oh.
We had a car get really loose coming off 1.
Here
Good
comes the
job
90. 90 is able to clear Thomas Reed. However, the 2 is looking on the inside of Michael Redding, unable to make it just yet. That 2 is Justin Epperson, if people want to know. Currently started
The 3
back.
of Kevin Strandberg is fighting back.
Justin Epperson actually started back in 18th place. It shows 20th on my thing because it's counting us. We got 3 wide. No, Epperson gets loose, and he's able to save it into turn 3. Actually, he's still fighting it here a little bit. Oh, he's having a little bit of trouble flashing right now. He's actually balling up some of these cars as
Jack
the double
Williams does prevail on that lead there, but Daniel Hill is right behind him.
Yeah, that 90's coming in a hurry. Remember, Daniel Hill was, let's see, he did win last week's race, which is kind of similar to Indianapolis with this turn. One of these turns is based off Indianapolis, so keep your eye on him as he's trying to close the gap. Currently 4/10 back from Jack Williams. Trying to close the gap. Kevin Strandberg still 3rd. Michael Redding up to 4th. 5th place is Thomas Reed. And Epperson in that 2 car is back in the 6th. Or 7th, I'm sorry. May have a battle here coming shortly for either the third position or the second position. The 3 car was actually pretty fast in turn number 3. Jack Williams is actually starting to check out a little bit here. Clean air, does it affect your car here? I know it does in real life.
They are 4 wide going into 1. I'm sorry. But that was something I wasn't expecting to see.
We got 3 wide in the center of turn 1 with the 88, 33, and the 11.
Ooh, the 88 got a little loose coming off 1.
It's Matthew McLean.
Yes, fresh air is a really big help here.
'88 looking on the inside of number 11. Ooh, the 2 got loose. 88 able to make that pass. 33 going to try to follow him down into turn number 3. 33 is underneath him right now trying to make the pass, and it looks like he's going to. 2 gets loose. 3 wide down the front stretch with the 2, 33, and 11, and they work that self out. 33 now with a big run looking underneath the 88 of Matthew McLean.
I gotta tell you, these front 3 are running different lines in turn 1. One's down low, one's in the middle, one's up high.
And I've actually noticed that the 90 has actually closed the gap quite a bit on Jack Williams.
And Michael Redding has taken 3rd.
So move that 03 up, as we could have a repeat from last week. Oh, Jack Williams gets loose. He said he hates turn 2, and you can see why.
Yeah.
54 gets pretty loose going down into turn 3. We do going to have a battle on the exit of turn number 3, I believe. We should have a battle possibly down the front stretch. Going to see if the 90 make that pass for the lead. That's Daniel Hill.
A good run out of 3 and pulls him.
He does.
A little bit down the straightaway.
Jack actually is a little bit better in 3. He struggles quite a bit in turn 2, and I believe that's what hurts him the most, to be honest. 90 is right there in his tracks right now. They are taking different lines. About even in turn 1. Turn 2, Jack Williams is a lot slower, but turn 3 is a little bit faster. So this is going to be interesting to see as we get ready to hit turn number 2.
He goes in a little shallower.
He does. I've noticed that.
And drifts up high there.
Didn't
He
really,
didn't have that bad of a turn 2.
No, he did pretty good in that one. See if he can extend his lead here in turn number 3, and I'll probably wind up jinxing him. He actually takes that turn a little bit more shallow on entry. And slides up. He did get a little tail happy. And Michael Redding's going to have a run. Caution's out.
Caution's out.
Was that the 63?
No, that was the 10 of Richard Rose. Looks like he lost it in turn 3.
Okay, go jump back. He's actually got quite a bit of damage.
We had the 2. 2 blinked and appeared in the 10 car and caused the 10 to wreck.
And he's probably not happy about that.
And then the 63 got into the 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the 63 did make contact. The blink might not have had much to do with it. It probably did a little bit while he was blinking. Looks like, I'm trying to see if the 63, it looks like the 10 may have came down, thought he was clear when he wasn't. And 63 is going to be not hurt, but the 10 definitely hurting. He is in.
And that's going to put Josh Sturgill in the 17 back on the lead lap.
That's somebody you got to watch out for, because he could definitely get up there and take that away. Field strategy. I got a feeling that's going to come into play now, especially if we have a long green flag run here at the end, John.
Oh, yeah.
If it's me, I'm going to definitely probably pit and fill up. Definitely. I do expect him to pit, just in case, because I do expect him to see everybody on pit road here.
I expect to see quite a few people.
Yeah, I expect everybody to be on pit road. As we have everybody coming down.
No, it looks like the 00 is going to stay out.
And that may not be a good call. I mean, maybe if he thinks we're going to have caution, I understand that. 33 also staying out, 63 staying out. But there's, I expect maybe a long green flag run. I don't know if we'll go 27 laps under green, but there's that chance. And if we do, the 00 could actually be hurting. And not only that,
Wow.
it's going to be interesting to see if he's able, with tires, what's going to happen.
Jack Williams almost slid through his pit stall. He slid sideways into it.
That's going to hurt him on the exit. We'll see what happens. The race off pit road. Here he comes. 54 will win the race off pit road, followed by that number 90 car. Here comes the 3. The 35 barely beats out the 03, the 88, and the 11. And here comes, it looks like a 91. Yeah, that was the 91. Right now.
I didn't know this, but the owner of this track is actually Matco Limited.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the chance of that? I'll tell you one cool thing about this track, and I didn't know. This was actually brought up to me today by Landon Lacey. He brought it up. Air Force actually sponsors this racetrack, and they have for a long time. And there is actually a sign going into turn number 2 on the side of the track that says Air Force, which is pretty cool. I was reading one of your posts that you posted earlier about Tyler Cox winning at Oxford.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. Put Marco, Landon put Polo. Yeah, that's a good looking paint you made. I'll give you credit. I want to get a look here at the 33 paint. The front of that car, kind of like a Dale Earnhardt Sr. paint scheme in a way.
Right.
Alan Wild, and we haven't really talked about Alan. He hasn't really been up front. That's a cool looking paint, though. I'm not a fan of Michigan whatsoever, but it's pretty good looking paint. It's got like the Dale Earnhardt collars, but it's an Exalta, which is a Jeff Gordon. Well, I guess you could say Jeff Gordon. Dale Jr. paint scheme now, but with Dale Sr.'s collars, the University of Michigan. It's really cool. I think that's actually a Dale Jr. paint scheme.
It might be. Let's actually get one more trivia question in here.
Okay.
Who has the most wins in a single series here?
Jeff Gordon has 6. So I know you ain't going to pick him because you don't like him. So it's not going to be a NASCAR. Mark Martin in the Xfinity Series. Well, Busch Series.
That's not a bad guess because Mark Martin dominated
The Busch Series, yeah.
Busch.
Yeah, he dominated.
the Busch Nationwide Xfinity Series
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. So that would be my
But-
guess.
But no,
What?
it was actually in the ARCA Racing Series. Tim Steele won 9.
Really?
Yep.
Don't know who that is. No idea. I got a
He's a
feeling
9-time winner.
didn't he actually race? Did he race in a Cup Series for one race? I believe he has. I need to look that up. That name sounds really familiar to me.
He actually, in '94, ran 5 races in a car owned by
Okay.
Bobby Allison.
That's what I thought. I knew that name from somewhere.
And funnily enough, his best finish was 33rd at Pocono.
Wow. Yeah, I knew he didn't do good when he ran. But
Yeah.
9 wins in the ARCA Series? That's pretty impressive, though.
Yeah.
What
really
year
is.
was that in? What was his first
Uh,
win? Or second or last win or whatever?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
And apparently, Jack Williams is, he just took a picture and posted it on the Center Force website from his in-car.
Oh, really?
Hey, that's a fine. Didn't Jennifer Jo Cobb do that? And Brad Keselowski?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
shouldn't be tweeting, Jack. Just to let you know, it's safe to not drive and text or message. Who do you think's got the best advantage here? You got the 00 on old tires. You got Jack Williams on the
I'm
outside.
going to give Jack the benefit here because I think the 00 is going to spin his tires and the 9 is going to get caught behind.
And then
because 9
restarts
can
for
outpace
Jack.
on the inside.
And then
Yeah,
re-
Jack is,
He's been dominant on the restarts tonight.
yeah.
You know, that was cool what Jack said about maybe not racing a couple races since he's not eligible. He don't want to take a chance of taking a win away from somebody. Pretty classy thing to do, to be honest. Me personally, I'm going out there and I'm going to try to win.
Right.
You know,
And here we go. Pace
That's
car
pretty
is coming around turn 3. And I was just looking really quick, the ARCA series. I'll tell you the definition of domination was Frank Kimmel winning 8 championships
you
in a
know,
row.
I met Frank Kimmel.
Pace car's off and green flag is out.
Got a story about that here in a second. Yeah, Jack Williams with a really good start. 3 wide, possibly 4 wide down the front stretch.
That was shifty.
That was brave. 90 car trying to get up here and take this win away from Jack Williams currently right now. Here comes the 3 on the outside. We'll have the run on this 90 car, bringing the 03. 03's getting a run underneath the 3 car down to turn number 1. Long Pond straightaway, getting ready to hit turn number 2. Not sure what Jack Williams is saying over the radio. Is there a possibly black flag? Possibly, is that what it said? I don't think so. Oh! 00 spins. That's going to bring out another caution hard into the wall.
No caution yet.
No caution yet. Continue to watch here. If he don't get going, it will bring out a caution. No caution is flown. Really
And
strange.
Jack Williams is coming down pit road.
He got a black flag.
Oh!
Caution's out.
came out.
He got across the line. Can he still serve it?
I'm not sure.
We're going to wait and see. If he pulls into his box, I mean, I expect him to pull into his box anyway, but he is at his stop right now. He's going to get 4 tires, and we'll see if it holds him here for a second. It could have just been a 1 second hold. We need to find out. We need to find out if he got that or not. Bring him in here. What did I do? Why did I bring a whole lot of motorsports thing down here?
What did you do?
I don't know what I did, to be honest. Can you fix
All
that for
right,
me?
back.
All right.
He's-
Hey, Jack.
got the black flag.
Jack,
What?
did that clear your black flag?
No.
All right. That's what I was wondering. So that's not good for him.
No, it's not.
He did get 4 tires, and he will be at the end of the field, I believe. I would take it as quick as I can. And to be honest, I don't think he should have got a black flag for that.
No, I don't think so either.
Because looks to me like the 90 could have possibly spun his tires anyway.
The 00, yeah.
Or 00, yeah. So, my opinion, and I'm a little biased about it, of course, because he is my driver, but I don't think he should have got a black flag. That's just me. So, I hope that we'll see what happens, but either way, he's going to have to start in the back because he's already back there.
So word from the race control, if they go back green and Jack still has it, they will clear it.
Okay, so that's good news.
I'm not really sure because all the restarts today, Jack has been beating them to the line on the outside, and it just this one gave him the black flag. The other ones it didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I would have to go and look at the rules and see what kind of rules it says about that on Deep South, and that's one good thing. Since our website's up, deepsouthracing.wix.com, you can actually check it out and read the rules as it goes on. Looking right now. Here we go.
Jack's going awful slow. I think he.
Yeah, they're going to review it, I believe. I think they could be taking it and seeing what's going on here. I'm looking right now on the restart. Oh, here we go, starts. So on all restarts, the leader has control of the start. Okay, and I completely understand that, but what if the 90 actually went and then slowed down because he spun his tires? You can't penalize the second place driver for that.
The 00, by the way, not 90.
The 00, yeah, I'm sorry. So if he pushed the gas to go and spun his tires, then to me that's a start.
Yeah.
Because if he has full control of when the start happens, of course on the starts you got to go when the green flag is displayed. I understand that. So it's a little bit of controversy here. We'll have 20 laps to go. We'll have about 19 to go when we have the green flag. So it's interesting to see what's going on.
It'll be interesting to see if Jack can make it back up there.
Yeah, and because we haven't seen him back this far in the field, I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think it's the furthest he's been back.
Looks like the 9 is back out there.
So the 9 trying to get some points. That'd be pretty big.
He cannot make up any more spots. He's 28 laps down.
So he's probably just out there trying to get some laps in.
Yeah.
Who is the 9 real fast? That's right.
Matthew Pericini.
Matthew Pericini, yeah, he is back out there. His car's a little beat up, but kind of looks like he's just been short track racing. He actually just gave the pump to the 63, which I think is either his dad or brother. I could be wrong about that, but it's Don Pericini in the 63. It's pretty funny. Daniel Hill started second. It's led 10 laps so far. He is in a Ford Mustang. Or I'm sorry, Ford Fusion. I forgot this ain't Xfinity. Take a look here at our race summary so far. 7 cautions for 28 laps. 8 lead changes. Quite a few lead changes. More than what I expected, to be honest. Total laps completed is 50, so we got 20 to go. Coming to 19 to go next time at the line. And we'll be able to see if Daniel Hill can hold it off the number 3. I'm keeping my eye on that 3, but I'm also keeping my eye on that 03.
I'm going to be watching this 54 coming up through the field here.
It's going to be interesting. We'll have to check in every so many laps to see.
Because he does have fresh tires. He fitted.
And he still has 2 fast repairs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think he's used 1 fast repair. That's pretty good.
One thing I'm a little worried about here for Jack Williams is coming up through this field, some of these cars are not handling the best. Tore up. They could have some problems here.
Yeah, that's very true. You got to keep an eye on that aerodynamics because we know, especially in the Cup car, any little bit of thing can throw these cars off, and that's one thing we got to keep an eye on.
And Josh Sturgill is back up into 5th. He's one to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely one to watch. And that 17 car, I'm not sure where he's at in the points and stuff. So Daniel Hill looking to go back-to-back here at Pocono because he did pick up that win last week at Indianapolis. And Michael Rader's trying to get that win. That is very true.
Pace car's off. Green flag is out.
As the 03's got a big run underneath the 90. Going down to turn 1, this could get hairy here. They're spread out everywhere right now. That 17 took a really low approach. Oh, the 90 gets a big run. Big trouble, 17, 88. And a bunch of other ones. That should bring out a caution. No caution. Okay. Caution is out.
And Jack has had his flags cleared.
We're going to hop on board here with Jack Williams to check out this caution. That was pretty interesting. Going into it, see if he got damaged.
Josh Sturgill just got back up in the 5th, and
Yeah,
then
he slid up.
Turn.
Yeah, it
Did
looks
he
like
get-
he
did he
slid up the track. Yeah, he slid up. Jack Williams actually didn't get no contact. He actually slid up, it looked like, into the 11.
Yep.
Yeah, there he is. So not good. We was actually talking about keeping an eye on at 17, and not what he wanted.
No.
And I'm sure he didn't, you know, Josh is a really good racer. He didn't mean to do that on purpose. He probably thought he could do like a slide job and just came up.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know if some of these guys might have real spotters. I don't really know about it, so. Jack Williams actually getting quite a few spots there where he stopped, but he's back up to 8th already. So.
I tell you what, who had a good drive through there was the 10 of Richard Rose. He's 5 laps down, but he was able to drive through that one.
Yeah, he's trying to get. He's still got a chance at a top 10, I believe, right? Yeah, he's 5 laps down, so he does have a chance at a top 10, depending on what happens in front of him. He'd have to have some help, but
I want to watch this from Jack Williams.
yeah, I hopped on board. It
Here.
was pretty crazy. He actually came to almost a complete stop. You know, I like Pocono and stuff. Fun track. It takes so long on pace laps.
Yeah.
It really does. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it takes over 2 minutes to go around here on pace laps.
Josh Sturgill has left the race,
Really?
and so has Matthew McLean.
Okay. So we got 2 people. Check a pit road. Here comes 3 down pit road. No. We faked it. See some of the cars going by.
Ooh, the 9 of Matthew Pierce. Matthew Piercini had pulled up there and side swiped the 90.
Oh, really? See if I can find it here. I'm gonna go back here a little bit. Where did that happen at? Front stretch?
Long Pond.
Okay. That was. Oh, dang, I'm way. I was on replay, I think. So the 9 may not be happy. It was the 9 you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think they're actually maybe arguing right now. That's one thing this track can do, especially these long cautions, man. They can really bring out the anger. You know, they consider turn number 2 a tri-oval
Oh, really?
at this track. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I was sitting here reading some facts about it. That's pretty cool.
So interesting to watch here. If the 9 can get up to that 90, what he would do, or will it carry on to the next couple of weeks?
I know, and Watkins Glen could be a place where anything could happen at that track. And
Yeah.
here comes the 9. It looks like he's going to come down pit road. And you might also want to keep an eye. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but the 63 and the 9, I think, are related. So you just never know with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I don't think anything will happen, but not right now. But there could be something here down the road that something could happen, and that might not be a good thing.
I tell you what, Jack Williams is going to restart this in 6th.
Oh, he's up to 6 now. We don't have a lot of cars left on the lap. Started the race with about 18 or 19 cars, and we're down to not many.
9 on the lead lap.
Wow.
I think Thomas Reed actually got the lucky dog there.
Okay.
And Rodney Scott in the 91 Stanley Cup Toyota has a lot of front end damage here.
So, I'm looking at some stats about this track. You know, Ken Schrader has the most poles at this track. And
Oh, really?
Ricky Rudd with the most starts, with 55 starts. That's impressive.
Wow.
Terry Labonte has the most laps completed at 9,884. Jeff Gordon with the most laps at 1,040. David Pearson with the best average start, and Jimmy Johnson with the best average finish. Wow. And they talked about this back in May when they raced here. Pocono has solar panels now on, I think it's turn 2. I don't know, but it's outside the track. They use solar panels. They actually got their own solar farm that energizes the racetrack, which is pretty cool. 25 acres of solar panels, 40,000 solar panel modules.
You know, I got to correct myself. Rodney Scott doesn't just have a little bit of nose damage. He has no nose.
Oh, I just seen that. We're gonna take a look at that. Rodney Scott is in the 91. Yeah, he don't have much of a nose. You can actually see his radiator.
Yeah.
If we double him up here, you know, the rest of how much is that going to affect him, John? I mean,
it should affect him a lot. The 00 also has some front end damage too, so this could be an interesting start here.
Yeah, you can see that the 00 has some front end damage as well. Jack Williams probably not in the best place right now.
No, but you know that Michael Redding's going to try and get a jump here.
Yeah, and that 03 is somebody that could definitely, you know, get a jump here. He's got to be careful though, because last week, let's see, Josh Sturgill, actually it's Josh Sturgill and Kevin Strandberg, so that 3 right now has to be a little bit careful. He spun his tires last week at Indianapolis on late race restart, and see if he learned anything about that as we are here at Pocono now. So we'll see what happens. Get set. Turn number 3. Not many cars on the lead lap. We're going to hopefully get a lone green flag run in here as the 90 of Daniel Hill will lead them to the green.
Pace car's off. Green flag is out.
And 03 actually beat him to the line just like Jack Williams. We're going to wait and see what happens here. That could wind up being a flag as well. We'll see, and they may have to clear it if it is.
Jack Williams got caught up behind the 00, who is way off the pace there.
The 03 to the lead, still. The 90 is with a run. 90 is starting to look, trying to cross him over, looking low on that 03 car. Michael Redding down at turn number 2. Michael Redding trying to win 2 races here at Pocono.
Woo! Jack Williams got really loose. He has no bumper anymore. No back bumper.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's pretty loose going up the track. He's in the wall in that 54 car in turn number 3 as he is having all kinds of trouble right now. He needs a caution. He needs a bad so he can use that fast repair. Not sure what happened to him. His back bumper is pretty much gone. It is gone. Where's the debris caution?
Yeah, right.
As the 90 does get around the 03. Yeah, Jack Williams is all kinds of loose right now. Currently up to 5th, though. He's trying to catch up to Alan Wild. Currently 2nd points. Alan Wild actually trying to make up a lot of points here tonight as since Brian Harford's not here. So. Oh, the 03 gets loose.
And Jack Williams goes around.
54 brings out a caution. He probably needed that. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you know, he definitely didn't do it on purpose, but he needed that. And, I mean, I was hoping it would go green. but it will be interesting to see if he's able to make it back up there.
Well,
And it was actually out of one of his favorite turns. He locks him up, and I'm actually surprised the caution came out right there. But, you know, like I said before, it brings out caution at weird times. Seen somebody plow the wall earlier with no caution. I mean, so I don't know. Pit road, John. What's going to happen?
I think people are going to go for it.
These guys have caught up to the pace car. Jack Williams was running 5th place. You think that could have had to do with that back end being damaged? I want to guess yes.
Probably. If Jack Williams he'll get his car repaired, see if he can make it back up. He will restart 7th.
Oh,
And
somebody hit the wall.
No,
What happened? Blew up?
Rodney Scott in the 91 just blew up.
And you know that's not good for Jack Williams. He's got to stay behind him if the 91 don't go, or he'll get a black flag. If he does not stop and go, Jack Williams coming up pits. And if 91 don't pass him,
Stop Jack.
and he may have got a black flag there. They'll probably have to clear that though. That's something. I mean, I'm not sure. He's actually getting a push right now. The 91 is, I think. Gonna watch the race off pit road. Jack Williams in his boxes, first one right here in front of you. We'll see if he's able to win the race off pit road. I don't think he will since he got in kind of late, but we'll see. Going to take 4 tires and probably a little bit of gas. He shouldn't need gas though. Jack Williams does win the race off pit road.
And a horse thief.
And what?
A horse thief.
Oh. That's strange. Y'all talk about some weird stuff, you know that, right?
Yeah, well, you got to keep it entertaining.
That's true. You know, I'm looking at Daniel Hill's helmet. It is really cool looking helmet. It's really neat.
Daniel Hill. I don't think I'll be able to view that.
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah.
You should see it.
Oh,
on there.
yeah.
It's pretty nice. Take a look at some other people's helmet here. Going to take a look here at the 03 of Michael Redding. Take a look here at his, so he's got the American flag helmet on. POW on the front, pretty nice. I like his actual suit. That's pretty cool looking. Go back here to the number 3 car of Kevin Strandberg. See what kind of helmet he's running this week. Just a red helmet, solid white suit. Gonna have to upgrade, Kevin. Got a cool looking car, but need to get you in a helmet now. We'll hop back here one more time with the 33 and take a look here at his Alan Wild. Also running the same kind of helmet as the 03. As Ike Raymond's on pit road right now. Looks like he's getting 4 tires. John, let's do a little game here. Who do you think is going to win this Sunday at Pocono in the NASCAR race?
Oh. I'm actually going to go with Brad Keselowski.
It's a good pick. It wouldn't surprise me if a Penske car actually won this race, either Joey Logano or Brad Keselowski.
Yeah.
And usually after Brad wrecks or has a bad accident, somehow he finishes the way to win on the next
Yeah.
race. So go figure that one.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go with... Hey, you kind of took who I was going to pick. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one for a second.
Jack Williams is going to restart 5th here.
And he's got fresh tires
Yeah.
compared to everybody else because he actually pitted.
So
You know who
that
I'm gonna go with?
kinda worked out in Jack's favor.
I want to go with Martin Truex. As much as I hate picking Toyota to win, I am going to go with Truex to win. He's really
One
good
of
at
your-
Pocono.
One of your favorite drivers.
Oh, let me tell you, I love him so much. I kind of want to go with Chase Elliott, but I don't think that's going to happen. He'll probably find a way to wreck himself again.
You know, I look also to see Kyle Larson up here.
That's a good pick. He's done pretty well at Indianapolis. He's been actually running pretty good this year, and I'm glad to see Kyle Larson actually running well this year as well. For the simple fact that he's got so much talent, and he had such a bad last year. It's good to see him actually being able to run good.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't a Gibbs car this week, I think I'm okay, to be honest. But if I say Truex, I feel like that is a Gibbs car in a way. Just because it's a Toyota, even though I don't think they're affiliated anyway. I don't think.
Well, I
could be
don't
wrong.
want to see Gordon winning it either.
I do, but I don't. I do because it's Jeff Gordon, but I don't because, you know, the Chase thing. So, I don't know. Although if he wins and they make a diecast of that car, it'd be worth it.
They probably made one for Indianapolis.
I was surprised they didn't, but they don't have the Gordon name above the door or nothing, which they should. But it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. If he would have got up there and finished good, I think he would have. Surprised they didn't make one for every track that he ran at last year. So we're going to try to go racing here one more time. Coming to 8 laps to go. With Daniel Hill leading the way, Michael Redding, Kevin Strandberg, top 3. That 33 has made his
It
way
starts
up there.
off and green flag is out.
3 did not get going real good there. Don't think it hurt Jack too much. Now they're starting to move up to her as the 9.
03 does get the lead on that start.
Oh, the 9 actually hit the bump stopper. Jack just took over 4th place, looking underneath the 3 right now. That's where your battle is currently at, as Jack Williams trying to pass the 33. We're going to continue to watch this battle for the lead right now. Here comes the 90 down into turn number 2. Seeing if he can take away that position. Jack Williams underneath the 33 right there. Should be able to take away that position as well. And not yet. 33 hung on strong right there on the outside. No, he didn't. Actually, he just got past. I just seen it. Here comes Jack Williams running the outside of the 3 car, trying to make that high groove work. Should be able to get to run off turn number 3.
He's going to get a
Ooh, that's
good
close.
run down the straightaway here.
He will. So he is able to take that 3rd spot away. Move to 54 up to 3rd. Move that 3 back to the 4th position. 7 laps to go. 3 looking on the inside of Jack Williams down in turn number 1. Unable to get there just yet. Big run right there from the 90. 90 could have to run down the Long Pond straightaway. Side by side. Down in turn
And
number
Jack's
2.
just sitting here watching.
Yes, one of these guys slips up, he's going to be right where he wants to be. Oh, big run
Jack
right
had a
there.
Good run through there.
A turn he's had trouble with all night. 54 right there with the 90 and 03. Can Michael Redding hold off this hard charging 54 as well as the 90? 90 will take the lead. Oh, 03!
Does 03 get sideways?
What a save.
Saved it.
What a
03
great
gets into the
save.
wall.
That was one of the best saves I've seen.
This is now a 2-car race. With 5 to go.
You got to do it fast. That's the thing. You got to do it fast. 6 to go.
He wants to be the lead here. if a caution comes out.
Yeah, you definitely want to get it. I don't know how many laps they'll go around on caution, so you've got to do it fast. If you're Jack Williams, the 9 is in the wall. I'm not sure if he spun it or not, but I do know the 9 got in the wall off of turn 1.
And the 90 is pulled away from Jack now.
Yeah, it's starting to check out over 4/10 currently as they go round number 2. See if Jack can get a run here. Does not really get a run. Actually, the 90 checks out a little bit as Daniel Hill trying to get the win, trying to make it back-to-back wins here for the Deep South. Jack closes in turn 3, actually closes the gap to 3/10.
He got a good run through turn 3 there.
Jack has closed it to 2/10 off in 1 turn. Michael Redding did get the 3rd position back. One thing these guys, I know from 54 back, do not want to see is a caution right now.
Right.
90's probably sitting there praying that he gets a caution. Jack Williams actually backed up that corner. See if he could get the run down the straightaway. Unable right now. It's about 4/10. See the top 5 difference popping up on the bottom left hand of your screen. Michael Redding currently 1.5 seconds back, and actually make that 2 seconds back now. He may have lost something. Something may have happened to him. He's actually losing time right now. 2.5 seconds back almost. Sure what's going on there with the 03.
Jack gets a good run off the turn and actually gets a little sideways.
He does.
But stays in it.
4 to go this time. That's a great shot right there. You can see the whole field down the long straightaway here at Pocono. Jack actually was a little bit faster last time in turn 1. This time it looks like the 90 could be a little bit faster in turn 1. See if Jack Williams can close the gap up here. What he said was his worst turn on the track, turn number 2. Oh, sideways. Into the wall, no caution.
Oh.
Have to wait and see if he can hold on here as Daniel Hill trying to drive away. And you know what's tough about it is Jack Williams has yet to fall outside the top 5 in all of his races with the Deep South Racing League. That will hurt him, and it's going to be tough for anybody to really beat him right now or get up there and catch this 90 car as he is driving away from everyone. Probably 2 seconds ahead. Everybody's single car or single file right now all the way back through the field, so there's really no battles to watch. Here's the 00 looking.
Ooh, Jack gets sideways off turn 1.
Jack Williams trying to push it for all he's got, I believe. We got somebody in the wall. That could bring out a caution, maybe. We'll see. No. The 11 car. And this right here could be a battle for position.
Jack gets in the wall hard. And we'll lose second.
So the 54 will lose second. His whole front end is panicking. And that's going to do it. I don't know what the caution's for.
Matthew Pericini in the 9 has lost it in the final turn.
Okay, so Matthew's had a lot of trouble the last few weeks. It looks like, however, if he did complete 1 lap, so he is qualified for the chase. He's not yet locked in. He was 12th, I believe, in the points. So, but I believe he's actually finishing with the top 10, so it's not going to hurt him. I'm looking right now. No, he's not a top 10. He's actually, looks like he was 15th.
I think he did that on purpose.
That was the number 9 car?
Yep.
Take a look here. All right, here we go. Down in turn number 2.
Check his in car.
Yeah, let's see here. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but you'll see. We'll see right here. So we'll leave it at that. You can judge if you want. I'm going to be biased about it and, you know, not say anything, but it is what it is. We got the white flag coming up this time for that number 90 car, who will take home the checkered flag and will win back-to-back races. Indianapolis to Pocono, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Not bad at all. So we got about 2 minutes here left on the stream. Go ahead and get a results up right now. We'll go ahead and get them up. I believe this is how they will finish. So this is unofficial, just so everybody knows. We'll go over it one more time after the race is over. Daniel Hill will get the win. Michael Redding, Jack Williams, 2 Fords into top 3. Then we got the Chevys of Kevin Strandberg and Alan Wild in 4th and 5th. Then we got Ike Raymond in a Ford in 6th place. Bradley Wilson in that 11 car will finish 7th. Pretty good run for Bradley. Richard Rose with a good top 10 here, able to finish 8th. We didn't talk a lot about Richard Rose tonight, but he comes home with a solid top 10. Thomas Reed with a solid top 10 finishes 9th, and 91 of Rodney Scott, which actually blew up at one point a few laps ago, will finish 10th. Josh Sturgill with some bad luck in the 17 car is out of tonight's race. Matthew McLean also out. Don Persini will finish 13th. And remember, these are unofficial. Justin Epperson, Matthew Parasini, Landon Lacey, Patrick Green, Aaron Taylor will round out the rest of your field. So we'll try to get an interview with the top 3 at the end of the race. John, you'll have to come across the radio and let them know.
They already said it.
Okay. We will try to get an interview here with the 90. Daniel Hill, back-to-back wins for him. Michael Redding and Jack Williams. So right now, Daniel Hill's on a tear. Good for him. To be honest, it's really good to see. Starting to see some latecomers, you know, starting to work their way up. Interesting fact about Daniel Hill, real fast as he goes around, I'm trying to find him here again. He has not ran that many races with the league. He has 3 starts. This will be his 4th start with 1 win. And he's not eligible for a chase, so another non-chaser will take home the win.
This is 2 wins.
Yeah, so they're going to go around on the front stretch and get some donuts done as Jack Williams trying to chase him down. That's pretty funny. Jack Williams brings it home 3rd again, so another top 3 for Jack in 4 races. He has, I believe it's 4 races. He has 1 win, 2 top 3s, and 1 top 5. So that's Jack Williams spins. Felt like he did that a lot in the last lap.
Yeah, right.
As Daniel Hill will win tonight's race. Pennsylvania 175 miles. Here for the Deep South Racing League. Be sure to check them out as he burns them down at deepsouthracing.wix.com. New website up for everybody. Go check out some of the stats and stuff. Pretty cool website. They did a good job on that.
Let's go ahead and get our interviews done here. Jack Williams, get a copy. Was there anything different you could have done? I know you were staying right with the 90 there for a little bit. You were better than him in a couple of turns, but is there anything different you could have done to possibly get this win?
Turn off my notifications, but I noticed he was faster than most of the corners, and I knew if I was able to get in front of him, I might be able to pull away, but wasn't able to do that.
Go ahead, Adam.
So I was sitting there watching you. What happened to you there at the end? Is that what happened? Something popped up on your screen that got you in the wall?
Yeah, I think, like, it was something to do with the iRacing. It was, like, purple, and it popped up onto my screen. It was purple or blue, I can't remember. But it was, like, right in the middle of my screen, and I scared the crap out of me.
Well, still, you got a top 3. That was a pretty good run. Hopefully talk to you here soon. Good job. Who we got next? Michael Redding? All right.
Michael Redding, you got a copy?
I need to mute you. Keep talking for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got a good second place finish here. I forgot where you finished Sunday, but what does this do for you going forward from a couple good runs here?
It's just a momentum builder. I got second in the last road course I ran, so hopefully I can back it up with another second place. But, I had a good car tonight, and I didn't got no complaints. I felt like I was a little faster than Daniel, early in the race. And we had that last caution there, and I was determined not to let him get back by me. But I bobbled up, coming off a 3 there, and got sideways and away he went. There wasn't much I could do after that, just try to get a solid finish.
Michael?
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like you was 13th in points coming in, so you will have a pretty good points day with a second place finish. What's going to be your goal going into Watkins Glen? You're going to try for the win, or are you just going to play it safe?
I don't have Evil Knievel on this car for no reason. I'm going to be going for the win. My motto is all out or nothing.
Well, good job tonight for a second place finish. Anybody you want to thank or anything?
Yeah, I want to thank my primary sponsor, Overdrive Graphics. Anybody needs any custom paints, be sure and get over to Justin Laxton. He did this car and he done my truck. And I also like to thank my wife for allowing me to do this. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be doing it every night like I do.
I can vouch for that. Good run on that second place finish. We'll talk to you next week, man. All right.
Thank y'all for doing a good job, too. Y'all do a great broadcast.
All right, John.
Thank you. Daniel Hill, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, you were fast all night, had a little bit of problems, middle of the race, was a lap down. Did you think you could still come back and get the win at that point?
It was a pretty rough night tonight. I feel kind of terrible. Got into Josh pretty early, and got caught up in that second wreck too. And I feel awful for anybody who got tied up in it. It wasn't my intention to drive so hard. I have no doubt that that I can come back from adversity, but I still feel awful, and no matter what, I hate when good people get wrecked out there.
Coming down there in the last couple laps, that 54 getting bigger in your rear view. Were you worried about him at all, or did you know you could stay ahead of him?
I was definitely worried about him. Pocono is not really one of my better tracks, and I tend to when it's a real loose track like this, it's a little not in my wheelhouse, and so I was definitely worried. And he was quick, and I knew if I made one mistake, he'd have been right at my door. So my goal was just to try to stay as consistent as possible.
All right. So I got a question real fast. You won last week at Indianapolis, and you won tonight. Hopefully you'll be at Watkins Glen. How do you feel about going to Watkins Glen? Is that one of your okay tracks, or how do you feel about it?
I really like road courses. It kind of plays a little bit into how I race. I try to be more consistent and not get myself into trouble, unlike tonight. I try to stay as clean as possible, and it sometimes helps me. I'm not fast, but sometimes you don't always have to be the fastest person. Sometimes just being the most consistent can get you there.
Well, that's an interesting fact. You and Michael Redding actually finished 1-2 last week. But anybody you want to thank or anything?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank my spotter, Ryan Wallace. He's actually the one who got me into iRacing about a year ago. As a matter of fact, the computer I'm racing on was built by him and sent to me. Didn't make me pay anything, and he wanted me on here so bad. Hopefully, I can get him to come out here next week and run some Watkins Glen with us. And he's a heck of a guy, real good friend of mine. Also like to thank my sponsors, MXPX, greatest punk rock band out there, and I appreciate them letting me sport their stuff on my car. So, and then last but not least, I want to thank Deep South Racing and Center Force TV for putting on a great product out here.
Well, good job, man. It was awesome to see you drive back up through there and MXPX. I don't think I've heard of that. I'll have to look it up. So, congratulations once again, and hopefully talk to you next week.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, so that's going to do it for us tonight. We're going to get our final thoughts real fast. John, final thoughts?
Well, it was, we knew there was going to be some wrecks. Didn't know there was going to be a big wreck, a big one at Pocono, but it was an interesting race. Next week is Watkins Glen, but if these drivers are like this here and having tempers here, I can't wait for Bristol race.
Oh, Bristol or any short track. It'll be a blast to watch that, especially in these Gen 6 cars. So everybody we went through earlier did finish after results we said. My final thoughts was, it was an interesting race. I actually thought we'd have longer green flags, and I would like to see longer green flags. I know that back in May they actually had really long green flags, but tonight was kind of a little bit different. You can see the summary popping up right now. 11 cautions for 12 lead changes. Not too bad. I mean, it's kind of boring when you get cautions because it's Pocono, it's so big. But when we seen them racing, the racing was really good, side by side, even sometimes 3 to 4 wide. So, but congratulations to Daniel Hill and Michael Reddings, Jack Williams for their top 3 finish. But we'll be back here next week at Watkins Glen. Our next broadcast is not until Thursday for the All-Pro Racing Street Stock League. That'd be fun. I can't remember exactly where they are, but that always has a big field, so tune into that. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. I'm Adam Chapman.
I'm John Hambrick.